three-point line especially. I mean, Virginia Tech goes under one screen, leaves her open a couple times. She's gained so much confidence off of those little seconds that she has to shoot the ball.
Foul to start the fourth quarter. Will ring up Carly Wenzel. Her second foul. Team first and fourth. So for Virginia Tech, we've seen them overcome the deficit a couple of times, get back within 6, but much like our third game, not getting over the hump. What do the Hokies need to hone in on here in the last quarter? They
can't have a moment where they're going 3 minutes and not scoring. They're turning over Michigan on back-to-back possessions and making nothing happen on the offensive end.
Held ball there. It's going to the Hokies. Jordan Hobbs a little shaken up at the end of the play. Looks like something on her hand may have, or it was a loose contact. That is the absolute worst. Contact applied, and number 10 is seeing 20/20. Contact timeout adjourned. Let's play some ball. Shaw is on the floor for Virginia Tech. Hokies need some momentum. Eck coming down to shoot.
Those are the type of possessions that Virginia Tech's been looking for this entire game, is those buckets out of their offense that are easy to come by.
Olsen trying to go fast, instead comes up empty. That is the flip side of sometimes when you have that blistering pace, it can backfire.
Going a little bit too quick.
Offensive foul on White. Lonnie White came in a little too strong. Rather, they're going to get Rose Mishaw. That is her fourth foul. That's a big call on Mishaw. Early in the fourth quarter, she's one foul away from fouling out.
When you're a player that gets into foul trouble like Rose has in this game, it's tough to get in a flow. Immediately when you come in, you haven't been in there, you haven't had the rhythm. Speaking from experience, Ryan, I'm in foul trouble a lot here.
You've been there a time or two, so you know a thing or two. And Virginia Tech travels. Samaya Suffren took an extra step. How do you get yourself out of that funk?
It's so tough, but you got to stay mentally focused on your teammates and what they're doing on the floor. Can't stay locked into what's happening on the court. Sometimes you get unlucky, but...
And that's mostly between the ears, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen to your coaches. You'll have a chance probably to sit next to our position coach, kind of talk it through, but focus on what's happening on the floor. When you get in there, make an impact.
Mishaw out of the game now for Virginia Tech. Olsen threw it away. I think the one thing when Michigan watches this back, even if they win this game, you look back at the tape and these kind of empty possessions, turnovers, these are the things they got to clean up.
Absolutely, especially when they're down the line playing another great team.
Well, you think of teams like South Carolina, Notre Dame, UConn. They'll take advantage if you give them those free possessions. On the way, that's good. Matilda Eck is heating up for the Hokies, just like that 9-point game.
Matilda Eck, just phenomenal three-point shooter. She has her feet set. It's going in about 90% of the time.
Eck's second three. Missed the handoff there, 10 on the shot clock. Hobbs hooks it home.
Greta Camp-Schrader just set a flat screen for Jordan Hobbs. It's so hard to defend that. You're not sure which way to tell the guards to force.
Arcs it into the paint. Somehow found Eck. Back outside Suffren. Great ball movement. 6 to shoot. White turns the corner. Springs out. And their own miss trying to collect it. She's fouled.
Good motor by Lonnie White just to stay with her own shot. Usually if you're the shooter, you know which way it's coming off of, so.
Team first. 7:11 to go in the fourth. This game is far from over. You just get the sense the Hokies could explode right back into it. Eck's been great. Drives baseline, kicks back for White. Tough shot, won't go. Michigan gets a stop up for Holloway. Offensive foul called on Holloway. Hokies just keep getting these breaks. If you leave that door open for a team like Virginia Tech, they have the ability to make you pay. Quarles Daniels have come in for Holloway. She's got 3 fouls.
They've had a couple chances now to make Virginia pay. See what Coach has in store for this offensive possession.
Do you keep feeding Eck?
Yeah, you absolutely do. I mean, you're going to run a set here. We got 2 double screens.
Eck sets the screen back to her, top of the key. Eck, pass into the corner, swatted down by Silas Swords. She gets the turnover. A steal for Swords, and now on the offensive end, it's Michigan. Thought 3 for a moment. Kemp Schrader back to Hobbs, her 3, around and out. Fight for the board, a foul, back to Virginia Tech it goes. Both these teams, it has been smash mouth on both ends. The defense has come alive down the stretch.
Going hard for these rebounds. Know how important it is to this game. Silas Swords just showing a little frustration about how much she hustles, but called for a little bit as well.
It's been a much better second half of Virginia Tech. They've outscored Michigan in the third and fourth quarters so far. But only 5 points for the Hokies in this fourth. Finds Misha back outside. This 3 springs out for Baker. And Olsen wipes the window for the Wolverines.
I think Misha has to go up with that. She had an open lane, but that's part of that rhythm that I'm talking about. She hasn't played much in this game. She comes in, gets a post touch. Now she doesn't have that momentum to go up like she would have maybe early on in this game.
They're going to get Samaya Suffren for her first foul. Hobbs. Finessing it through the lane, too strong. Swords, the putback, you bet.
Silas Swords, a freshman with the motor to go up and get rebounds. He's been terrific in this game.
21 points for the star freshman. Misha with 4 fouls in the game. Suffren back outside. Wenzel's 3. Just barely out. And a foul on the way down.
Rose Misha just catching her breath for a second when she realized it's not on her.
Hobbs will get that foul. Her second. Inbound forthcoming from Carly Wenzel. Hokies need a big bucket. Can they get it from Eck? Yes, they can.
Matilda Eck there when they need one. Simple down screen on the weak side. Michigan gets confused because of the action on the strong.
That ends the scoring drought. Swords is wide open again. This time she can't hit. Quarles Daniels gobbles up the rebound. Olsen in traffic. Out in front, Hobbs to the wing. Kemp Schrader, money!
Trading threes for threes. Just when they see a little bit of light.
Foul by Swords takes us to the media timeout. Michigan the response, and the Wolverines maintaining their lead midway through the fourth.
At SolarTech, we believe in making your solar experience as unique as you are. Introducing a unique opportunity to personalize your Tesla Powerwall 3 with a custom graphical wrap. Choose your favorite color or even your favorite sports team logo. Tailor your Powerwall 3 to match your style and preferences. SolarTech is the only company offering this exclusive customization. Not only will your Powerwall 3 look great, but it will also store the excess energy your solar panels are generating, giving you power whenever you need it. Experience the benefits of solar energy with a personal touch, greater energy independence, savings, and a Powerwall 3 that reflects your personality. Contact SolarTech today to learn more about our solar and battery solutions. Personalize your power with SolarTech.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
DayQuil VapoCool?
It's DayQuil, plus a brush of Vicks Vapors.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, power through your day medicine.
I applied online and was immediately approved for the amount I was asking for.
They got me cash in 30 minutes and I kept my car.
They really care about their customers.
Get cash for your car in a matter of minutes. Bad credit, no job, no problem. 10 locations across the valley. Phoenix Title Loan.
Swing and a miss. Runner goes! They got her! There she goes!
It's time for today's instant replay brought to you by the islands, beaches, and neighborhoods of Fort Myers. Silas Swords, she has been the star of the show.
She's phenomenal from the outside, shooting 5 of 9 from the three-point range. Another part of her game that she does so well is her rebounding mentality. That right there, a strong basket. 5 total rebounds, 2 of those offensive for her team.
21 points, 5 three-pointers, 5 rebounds. In her first season of college basketball, that is ludicrous, insane, silly, ridiculous. Pick an adjective. It applies to Silas Swords' start. Rounded down for Wenzel.
She's so stable as a freshman as well. She doesn't let the highs get too high or the lows get too low. She stays pretty steady for this Michigan team. It's important as a point guard to play that way.
This is a tough ask late for Virginia Tech because you basically got to be perfect. And they need more stops defensively. Hard to do when you have these Wolverines with so much young talent. Swords the pivot. Springs out, rebound Virginia Tech. Kick out for Baker. Tough shot. That sprays off. Holloway outside. It's Olsen. Swirls through Michigan, building its lead, closing in on a W.
Michigan is terrific in transition and finding their shooters. They spot up on the wing. They sprint hard. Very impressive. I mean, both Sila and Olivia spot up so well in transition.
Back to a 14-point lead. Grabovskaya the foul, her 4th. 3:28 to go. This one has gotten away. Michigan just hitting too many threes. Their three-point shooting has been pretty out of this world. I know we've talked a lot about Silas Swords, but as a team, Chloe, they're shooting 47% from downtown. That's pretty good.
So impressive. All the shots have been great shots that they've been taking, which helps with their percentage. Nothing was forced. Nothing too fancy, just drive and kick.
Nishaw strokes it through on the free throw. Michigan had 6 fouls. Virginia Tech at 3 in this quarter.
Nishaw just sees a couple go through on this free throw line. It might help her get back into the rhythm of the game after foul trouble.
Pinball's free. Michigan the board. Hobbs. Great pass. Olsen's finish is just shy. Hokies no time to waste. Out for Wenzel. Dishes down deep. Mishaw's J falls through.
That's the rhythm I mean for Rose. She just needed a couple minutes out there before she got back to her turnaround J's in the post.
Can Tech get another stop and maybe get back into this game? Screen from Campstrader. Hobbs fell down. Has to bounce it back for Swords with 10 on the shot clock. That pass is tipped and intercepted. Great stop for the Hokies. They'll hit the gas. Up for White. Through traffic. Bobbled loose. Michigan ball.
That's the senior leadership in Jordan Hobbs. Turnover down there, but first one back.
Kenzie Nelson coming to the game in place of Lena White. Laney White will head to the bench, the Utah transfer, and Hobbs will inbound.
Coach wanting her Hokies to get up and pressure this Michigan offense. Try to make something happen within the last 2 minutes of this game.
Swords, why not? Cashes in. Silas Swords is simply unstoppable. 24 points for the Wolverines.
Not going to make anything happen if you let Silas Swords open from the three-point line. She's got 6 today.
College basketball's newest star continues to shine bright.
So much experience. Canadian national team playing in the Olympics. She reads the defense so well. She has so much patience as a freshman. Looks back at her defender. She's not with her. I'll take it instead.
Every time Virginia Tech has challenged Michigan in this game, pulling in tighter, maybe cutting into that lead, the Wolverines have had an answer. That is a really good quality in what will likely be a top 25 team come Monday.
They definitely should be a top 25 team. This team plays so well together. They're so well connected. They dictate the pace, which is so important. When you play a team like Virginia Tech, who against Davidson completely dictated the pace, they ran and transitioned so hard. Michigan, I feel like, has really controlled most of this game, not just with the scoring, but with that pace that I'm talking about.
Getting to the back end of that of conference play, you peek ahead to the Big Ten. Where does Michigan fit into that picture?
Yeah, the Big Ten is very tough this year. I mean, you add UCLA, you add USC with Juju Watkins and Kiki Rice. I mean, Michigan should definitely be up there within the top 5 of the Big Ten. And I think they're going to shock some of those top 25, top 5 teams headed into the conference play.
I think that is one of the sneaky tough trips in this conference, going to Ann Arbor. A very talented Michigan team. That much is clear. Wolverines' eyes to get back to the NCAA tournament. They lost to Kansas in overtime last year. Spin move from Olsen. My goodness.
She's so impressive. It's amazing. She's a freshman. She controls her pace so well. She has the handles, and she's 6'2", the size. She loves that spin move in the paint. It's so quick. It's a beautiful move.
Eck. Trampolines out. Scramble for the ball. And it's pulled out by Michigan. Good job by the Wolverines.
The other thing about Silas, it's always my ball. She doesn't let anyone else get to it. When it's 50-50, she's the one to the ball first.
And Michigan will just burn some clock here. Got off to a strong start. Got challenged in the third quarter. This Michigan team, resilient as they come despite their youth. Holloway tries to put one up for the road. And it's a shot clock violation, so going back to the Hokies. What can Virginia Tech work on going forward?
Got to clean up their offense just a tad. Went on a few scoring droughts where the screens weren't set properly. There was no patience or creativity with their cuts and movement, something that coach is definitely going to look at moving forward into their season.
Shot clock is off for the Hokies. Baker puts it down. 1 for the box score. And Michigan can run it out. The Michigan Wolverines will hoist the trophy at the Elevance Health Women's Fort Myers tip-off. They take it 76-65 over Virginia Tech. They are the Shell Division champions. And the MVP tonight is who else but number 12, Silas Swords. 24 points, 6 threes, 6 rebounds. Her numbers in this tournament out of this world. Only a freshman for Michigan.
She's so impressive. We've heard murmurings about her. We were able to watch her in some few other games, but in person, her efforts tonight all over the glass, all over the court in so many different ways. She's going to be one to really watch this season.
An outstanding day, an outstanding win for Michigan, and a big thank you to everybody who helped make it happen, from the event staff to the people at Intersport Basketball, as well as our folks at the Women's Sports Network. It has been a phenomenal weekend of basketball, and the Michigan Wolverines will celebrate. They are all smiles, and all the Wolverine fans who travel, they're having quite a day, and they'll get to hoist a trophy tonight. What a day for the Maize and Blue as they get the win over Virginia Tech by double digits. A complete performance for this Michigan team.
Such a complete performance from both ends to guard a team with such great offense. And Virginia Tech, they completely took them out of what they're used to. They ran so fast in transition. They had so many different opportunities, so many different looks. They got the 3 freshmen, but those seniors and Greta and Jordan Hobbs, they lead this team with such experience, such maturity, keep everyone on the same page.
T-shirts to give out, trophies to raise. It's a winning weekend for the Michigan Wolverines, as they are your 2024 Elevance Health Women's Fort Myers tip-off champions. As Kim Barnes-Arico holds that trophy. Michigan the winners. And that'll do it for us from Fort Myers. A big thank you to our entire crew, our producer, Andrew Suarez, everybody at the Women's Sports Network. For my partner, Chloe Murata, I'm Ryan Urquhart, saying good night. Michigan takes it 76-65. So long from Fort Myers. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Michigan hoists the trophy to finish out the weekend.